Hi, this is Hunter. I'm an applications engineer here at Hawk Ridge Systems, and today I'm going to demonstrate a simple but effective method that you can use in CAMWorks to machine soft jaws or machinable job links. So here's the situation. I have a part that's going to require me two setups to machine, and during the second setup I'm actually going to need to hold on to the profile of the part. So what I do here is I cut out the profile first, and then I face off the top. I cut this hole, and then I actually do some engraving here on the back face. And then I need to flip the part over, and because I've already cut the profile of the part, I need to have a fixture that's actually going to grip around the outside of the part for me in order to do some of this 3D work and some of the engraving on the top face. So when the part is in the fixture, it's going to look something like this. Notice that the jaws here have that nice circular profile cut out into them. And that allows me to grip the part with the most surface area possible in order to get the best grip on this very, very thin wall here. So let's dive right in. On the SolidWorks Feature Manager design tree, I need to do a few things. First of all, I need a reference plane that's going to define the depth that this part is actually going to sit inside those jaws. So let's define a new reference plane off of the bottom face. And this part is 60 thousandths thick, and I want to leave about 10 thousandths clearance. So let's use a 50 thousandths offset from the bottom face. And on that new plane, I'm going to sketch the profile of the part. Now, there's several ways you can do this. You can use the convert entities command. You can sketch the profile yourself. Another really effective method is to use the intersection curve command. And what that will do is it draws a sketch entity everywhere where the faces that I select intersect the plane that I'm sketching on. So there we have it. We'll exit that sketch, and I'm going to call this my soft jaws. I'm also going to need a sketch that contains nothing but a circle that is centered between the front and the rear jaws, because I want when I'm machining this part, I want my XYZ0 to be located such that I can touch off the top face of the jaws for my Z0, and then I want my Y0 to be centered in between the two opposing faces of the jaws. So let's sketch that out. So I have a new sketch on plane 3, and in this case the origin works out for me, so I'll just sketch a circle right there. And my Z0 is going to be on that plane, so that's why I chose this plane for my sketch. And this is going to be my soft jaws origin. So I'll switch over to CAMWorks, and I'm going to define a new configuration. I do this just to keep the programming data for my fixture separate from the programming data for my part. And we'll define a new setup off of that new plane that I selected. We are in fact machining in the downward direction. And I'm going to take that profile that I sketched, and I'm going to define a pocket feature using it. So notice that's really all the trick is. So instead of cutting the outside of the profile, we're going to cut the inside of the profile. So that means instead of using an open pocket or a boss, we're just using a pocket feature in this case. Alright, this pocket's going to be going up to that bottom face, and that's all there is to it. We can now generate our operation plan, generate our toolpath, and keep in mind that the simulation is not accurate because my stock is not going to look like this. I'm actually not going to have any stock above my origin. Just like we see in the photo here, we're not going to have any stock up in that direction. We're touching off on this jaws right here, and the part is not actually going to be in place at this point. So let's verify our origin. we'll double click on the setup. We'll go to our origin tab, and we're going to use that sketch that I defined for my origin. Make sure my axes are pointing in the proper direction. X going to the right, Y going up, just like we do in the picture. And you can define a work coordinate offset. And lastly, you may want to define a program number that you use for soft jaws. Personally, I like to use 0001. And that's all there is to it. I'm ready to post out my code and go machine my soft jaws. Hope you found this video useful, and thank you for watching.